Have you ever felt swept away by your emotions, as if you're in a runaway car speeding uncontrollably forward? Imagine you're in the middle of an important meeting, speaking when someone interrupts you, throwing you off your stride. Anger starts to boil, and you feel the urge to confront them immediately. But hold on a moment. What if I told you that you could control this situation, not through an emotional outburst, but with calmness and wisdom? The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Today, we'll explore how you can control your reactions, shaping your life as you wish, no matter how intense your emotions may be. This isn't about suppressing emotions. It's about mastering them, becoming the driver of your life in every situation. Let's begin the journey to becoming the master of your own emotions. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like and share to accompany us on all the upcoming journeys. 1. Understanding the nature of emotions. The nature of emotions. Emotions, like a swift river, can sweep us into dangerous whirlpools or guide us to beautiful lands. We often resemble fragile leaves, floating without control, easily carried away by the current. But those who understand the nature of emotions are like skilled navigators, knowing how to steer the flow to move forward without getting lost in the waves of emotions. Our brain, a complex machine, is designed to process information and create responses to protect life. However, this very mechanism also creates a problem: an overreaction to stimuli, leading us to be swept into the vortex of negative emotions. When faced with danger, whether real or imagined, the brain triggers a fight-or-flight response, making us tense, anxious, and fearful. But do these emotions truly reflect reality? Or are they merely automatic reactions of the brain, like traps we set for ourselves? A common mistake is viewing emotions as enemies, trying to deny, suppress, or control them by all means. In truth, emotions are not our enemies. They are signals, messages that the body and mind wish to convey to us. When we deny emotions, it's like refusing to listen to advice from a loyal friend. The result is that we not only fail to escape the emotions, but also become trapped in a loop of suffering and stress. True strength does not lie in controlling or suppressing emotions, but in understanding and accepting them. When we realize that emotions are simply natural reactions of the body, we are no longer dominated by them. Instead of trying to control, we should learn to observe and accept emotions with equanimity. This helps us maintain calmness and clarity in any situation, no matter how challenging. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, emphasizes the importance of understanding and accepting emotions. Stoic sages like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca taught that emotions are not enemies, but a natural part of life. Instead of fleeing or controlling them, we should learn to observe and accept them with a serene mind. Stoic philosophy teaches that happiness does not lie in avoiding emotions, but in living a virtuous and meaningful life, accepting all aspects of existence, including uncomfortable emotions. This acceptance makes us strong and resilient, not being swept away by the currents of emotions, but rather knowing how to use them to move forward. And that is the true strength that Stoic philosophy encourages us to attain. 2. Stoic insights on emotions. Emotions, from the perspective of Stoic philosophy, are not enemies to be defeated, but natural reactions of the human mind to external events. Stoicism does not teach us to eliminate emotions. Instead, it teaches us to understand and master them. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most renowned Stoic thinkers, once wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This suggests that emotions are not the problem. It is how we handle them that truly matters. Stoic sages like Seneca and Epictetus pointed out that negative emotions such as fear or anger often result from mistaken thoughts about life. Seneca once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." This emphasizes that strong emotions often arise from assigning incorrect value to events. Rather than letting emotions dominate us, Stoicism advises that we focus on what we can control, our thoughts and reactions. A prime example is the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, who faced severe challenges during his reign. Despite confronting wars, plagues, and political conspiracies, he maintained his composure and did not let negative emotions overwhelm him. Marcus wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it." Stoic philosophy helps us realize that emotions are merely fleeting phenomena and should not determine our worth and happiness. By training the mind and controlling our thoughts, we can live a tranquil life, regardless of the emotional storms that constantly threaten from outside. In a world full of turmoil, Stoicism advises us not to flee from emotions, but to stand firm against them, like a rock standing strong against the winds and waves. 3. The strength in choosing. When faced with difficulties, what truly determines your fate? It is not the events beyond your control, but how you choose to respond to them. Consider the lives of great figures like Marcus Aurelius or Nelson Mandela. They did not let circumstances define who they were. They chose to confront adversity with inner strength and steadfastness. Imagine standing at a crossroads. One path is easy, paved with safety and comfort. The other is fraught with challenges but promises growth and success. Your choice is where real strength is demonstrated. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Choose the difficult path. That is how you build resilience. Just like training muscles, your spirit also needs to be forged through challenges. Life's storms are not enemies, but teachers that help you become stronger. Consistency and persistence in your choices are the keys to achieving greatness and lasting success. When you choose to act based on values and principles rather than fleeting emotions, you not only gain control over yourself, but also over your destiny. Bruce Lee said, "True strength lies in sitting calmly and observing everything with reason." That is the strength in choosing. Choosing not to react emotionally, choosing to control your mind. Strength is not about never feeling fear or anger, but about choosing to overcome them step by step. And remember, steadfastness is not just about making the right choice once, but about repeating those choices every day. That is how you achieve greatness, not through fleeting success, but through perseverance, by continually choosing the right path, even when it is the hardest. 4. Techniques for action-oriented decision-making. It's time to truly take action. We've talked enough, now let's act. Below are some battlefield-tested techniques to help you choose to act like a boss, even when your emotions are trying to take over. First, consider the stop and reflect technique. Before acting, take a moment to pause and reflect on the situation you're facing. Stoic philosophers emphasize that we cannot control everything that happens around us, but we can control how we respond. When you stop to reflect, you don't let emotions take over. Instead, you give yourself time to assess the situation and act more rationally. Next, we need to use cognitive restructuring. When faced with a challenge, instead of viewing difficulties as obstacles, change your perspective and see them as opportunities for growth. Stoic philosophy encourages us to shift our view of challenges, seeing them as chances to improve ourselves. This cognitive restructuring not only helps you see the situation more clearly, but also enables you to find solutions from a more positive standpoint. Another crucial factor is making decisions based on values. Your decisions should not be driven by momentary emotional impulses, but should reflect your core values. Marcus Aurelius said that each of our actions should align with our principles and personal values. When you make decisions based on values, you ensure that your actions are not only right, but also consistent with what you value and believe in. Finally, we need to accept emotions as a natural part of life. Emotions are not something to be avoided, but something to be understood and accepted. Stoic philosophers taught that emotions are merely a part of the human experience. The key is not to try to eliminate them, but to ensure they don't control you. When you accept your emotions and continue to act in the way you've chosen, you're not swayed by fleeting emotional fluctuations. Applying these techniques will help you not only face challenges more effectively, but also strengthen your self-control. Success and strength come not only from confronting difficulties, but also from your ability to control your reactions to them. Remember, you have the power to choose how to act, and that is your true strength. 5. Advantages of acting over reacting to emotions. In life, emotions are a natural part, but we are not slaves to them. The difference between someone who is easily swayed and someone who truly controls their life lies in the ability to choose to act rather than instinctively react. When you control your reactions, you not only protect yourself, but also safeguard the relationships around you. A word spoken in anger can cause deep harm, fracturing valuable relationships. But if you pause, breathe, and think before you speak, you will not only avoid hurtful words, but also build greater respect and stronger connections. In that moment, you are not just the one speaking, but also the one listening, understanding, and empathizing. Acting with deliberation, rather than reacting impulsively, also helps you become more decisive. When emotions do not dominate you, you gain a clearer perspective on the issue, allowing you to make wiser decisions. This not only helps you handle situations more effectively, but also cultivates your leadership skills and confidence. You become more resilient, less likely to be shaken by unexpected challenges. More importantly, being aware of and accepting your emotions helps you understand yourself better. Instead of avoiding or suppressing them, face those emotions. When you accept them, you'll find they are not as intimidating as they once seemed. You will realize that in this understanding and acceptance, you discover peace. Ultimately, when you choose to act instead of react, you will feel that you are truly in control of your life. No longer swept away by emotional waves, you become the navigator, choosing your own direction. This sense of self-control brings freedom and inner peace, a quiet yet steadfast strength that helps you live a fuller and more meaningful life. So, remember, in every moment, you have the power to choose. And in that choice lies your true strength. Let your actions be a reflection of understanding, patience, and love. 6 untypical challenges and strategies for overcoming them. Focus. For now, we enter the true test. Controlling your behavior is not like a gentle stroll, but more like climbing a steep cliff with a heavy suit of armor on your shoulders. You will face harsh challenges, and it is these challenges that separate champions from losers. One of the fundamental strategies for dealing with intense emotions is breaking the habit of automatic reactions. You may have experienced a situation where someone said something that offended you, and your first reaction was to get angry or retaliate. But remember, these automatic reactions do not define who you are. Instead, you can pause, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, is this really important? Will my reaction help solve the problem? Maintaining consistency in action is another challenge we often face. There will be days when you feel tired, demotivated, but those are precisely the times when your perseverance is tested. Stoics not only focus on acting, but on acting consistently, regardless of circumstances. Consistency is the key to personal growth and achieving long-term goals. Finally, we are not perfect, and there will be times when we react emotionally or lose consistency. The important thing is not to let these mistakes define you. Learn from them and keep moving forward. Stoic philosophy does not promise an easy path, but it provides us with the tools to face life with strength and awareness. And that, truly, is something we can all achieve. 7. Practical real-life illustrations. It's time to apply philosophy to real-life situations and see how it truly changes everything. The first scenario. You're in an important meeting, presenting a project you've poured your heart into. Suddenly, a colleague interrupts, making unfairly negative remarks. In the past, you might have lost your temper, become flustered, and ruined the entire presentation. But now, you take a deep breath, stand firm, and continue your presentation with confidence and focus. The result? You finish the meeting persuasively and gain everyone's support, while the colleague who criticized you finds themselves isolated in their own negativity. The second scenario. On a beautiful day, your best friend announces they've just received an amazing opportunity abroad and will be moving soon. Feelings of loss and regret overwhelm you, and you might have once tried to persuade them to stay, or even felt abandoned. But now, you choose to face the truth maturely. You congratulate them and express your full support for their decision. Instead of creating distance, you open the door to a lasting friendship that transcends time and space, knowing that beautiful memories never fade. The third scenario. You've poured all your efforts into a business project, and at the last minute, a key partner unexpectedly backs out. Disappointment and confusion might have caused you to give up in the past, but this time, you decide not to let the situation control you. You calmly sit down, reassess everything, adjust your plans, and move forward. 6 months later, not only have you successfully launched the project, but you've also found new, more reliable partners, opening doors to opportunities you never imagined. As Mike Tyson once said, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. Life will always present unexpected challenges, but it's how you choose to face them that defines who you are. Let your actions lead the way. Don't let fleeting emotions take over. When the dust settles, you'll be the one standing strong, ready to face whatever comes next. 8. Scientific backing and evidence. In the modern world, where science is considered the ultimate standard for verifying truth, connecting Stoic philosophy with scientific research not only highlights the importance of controlling actions and emotions, but also reinforces principles that have existed for centuries. One of the key concepts in modern neuroscience is the plasticity of the brain, which is the brain's ability to change and adapt when we choose to act rather than react emotionally. Every time you make a conscious decision instead of letting emotions dictate your actions, you are literally restructuring your brain, much like how an athlete builds muscle through training. Studies have shown that individuals who practice emotional regulation tend to have better relationships and achieve higher success in their careers. This is not just about feeling happier, It's about how controlling our emotions can directly impact the quality of our lives and careers. Meditation, an ancient tool used for emotional control, has been studied by Harvard and proven to change brain structures, enhancing areas related to focus and decision-making. Moreover, a study from the University of Michigan found that people who believe in their ability to control emotions actually possess stronger control. This demonstrates the power of belief and how it can influence our ability to face and overcome challenges. When we look back at Stoic philosophy, this is nothing new. Centuries ago, the Stoics understood that the mind is the primary battleground, and self-control is the key to living a meaningful and effective life. Now, modern science is providing strong evidence to support what Stoic philosophy has long known. Controlling emotions and actions is the path to a prosperous and meaningful life. 9. Daily practices to reinforce these principles. To truly master these principles, you need to make them a part of your daily life, much like how an athlete diligently trains their body. This isn't something you do once and then stop. It's about maintaining habits that help you develop consistency and self-control. Start with practicing mindfulness. Spend a few minutes each day sitting quietly, simply observing your thoughts and emotions. Don't try to control them. Just let them come and go, like clouds in the sky. This not only helps you gain clearer self-awareness, but also creates a distance between you and external stimuli. As a result, you can respond more calmly and wisely in any situation. Another powerful tool is journaling. This is not just ordinary note-taking. It's a way for you to reflect and evaluate the situations you've experienced throughout the day. When you write down what you did well and what needs improvement, you're building a solid foundation for personal growth. Each journal entry is a step closer to becoming the person you aspire to be. Visualization is also an essential technique. Before facing real challenges, take the time to imagine how you will respond. See yourself acting with calmness, patience, and decisiveness. This is how you mentally prepare for difficult situations before they actually happen. Finally, challenge yourself with tough experiences, such as taking cold showers every morning. This not only strengthens your willpower, but also helps you get accustomed to discomfort. Each time you face discomfort without backing down, you are reinforcing your ability to control yourself. Remember, these daily practices are not just habits, but powerful tools to help you become the best version of yourself. Perseverance in small things will lead to significant changes in your life. Call to action. This is the moment for you not just to sit back and reflect, but to stand up and take action. Think about the times you've let emotions dictate your decisions, and this time, do something different. You have the power to control your actions, to respond calmly and wisely to any challenge. Stoic philosophy is not just theory. It's a guide for real life, a path that helps you overcome obstacles and become the strongest version of yourself. Challenge yourself today. When faced with a difficult situation, pause, reflect, and choose to act rather than react emotionally. When you've done it, share your story with us. Let your personal experiences be not only lessons for yourself, but also a source of inspiration for others. In this community, we build together, we grow together. Every story you share, every victory you achieve, is a building block for a community of people living and acting according to Stoic principles. Don't hesitate to think that your story is insignificant. Every victory, whether small or large, matters. It's in those moments when you choose patience over anger, action over complaint, that you make great strides on the path of growth and self-improvement. Let's create a community of doers, of modern Stoics, who are not afraid to face life, but ready to fight and rise above difficulties. This is not just about you. It's about all of us. Together, we can create change, a revolution in how we live and face life. Are you ready? Share your story and let's build a stronger, more resilient future together.